Hey y'all, I'm Liz.
And I'm Colleen.
And this is Mystic Midlife, and we're back with our second full-length episode. Yay!
Yay! Continuation of the first one, definitely.
Continuation, yeah, of the nostalgia and 90s, but transitioning slightly a little bit now into the relationship sector. And
we might be a little flustered because we were just looking at pictures of Henry Cavill. I'm sorry.
Yes, we were.
Anywho.
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't have said that. But
doesn't matter.
We were. Got me flustered right before we got on here. Oh well, whatever.
Well, we were talking about, going back to like
manly men.
Manly men, gentlemanly ways.
Yeah, yes. It's not a horrible thing.
No, but anyway. Definitely not. But yeah, some of the things that we were talking about on the first episode about kind of the dopamine addiction and
how dating has changed
in
general, how relationships have changed in general.
Also, and kind of there's a huge, I don't know if it's a push or like a desire to kind of go back to the 90s way of dating.
I think everybody's burned out on the apps for sure.
1000%.
Yeah.
They are such a dopamine addiction. Yeah. And like the constant swiping and constant like attention.
And not necessarily just more so on one sex or the other. There's different problems associated with it. So yeah, we were talking about how it is very male heavy.
It is.
And also how there is a higher percentage of men that are actually married or in committed relationships that are on the apps now.
Yes.
From some of the studies that they've done. Some of the studies have been a little bit unrealistic and said it was higher, supposedly.
Yeah. The studies range anywhere from like 30% of men to like 75%, depending on
some, especially Tinder. They were saying Tinder was really bad, but big surprise there.
Yeah.
But also the number of women that are in committed relationships or married is increasing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking about the people that are polyamorous or have open marriages, because that's out in the open usually on those applications. Like if they specifically put that on their app, then cool, fine, whatever. These are the people that are hiding their relationship status to be able to use it. Maybe not even to actually meet up with people, but for that dopamine rush as well.
And the attention.
Yes.
Because
I know even just as a normal woman, the attention felt great. If you're getting people swiping on you and trying to talk to you, especially if you're like fresh out of a divorce, of course it feels good.
Yeah.
Of course it feels good.
I mean,
it's fantasy.
Yes. Sometimes
these people haven't even met you yet.
No.
And let's face it, everybody, men and women, put pictures on there that are probably better than real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone's a little bit different.
Yes.
I think everyone's different. Some people are more photogenic than others.
Okay.
Some people actually look better in person than they do in photos.
True.
Which I think has more to do with like your aura and like who you are as a person.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is definitely.
I mean, it got real filter heavy there for a while.
I've never used a filter other than like the OG Instagram filters that we had back in 2014.
A lot of your cameras are automatically adjusting stuff anyway.
That's
but no, I really love it. One of my favorite things, you guys, is when somebody posts a picture of them and their partner on like Facebook or Instagram, and they obviously have like a heavy duty filter on there to add makeup to them, and then their boyfriend or their husband ends up looking like he has blush and lashes on.
Does not happen.
No, I see it all the time.
Stop it.
It's one of my favorite things to ever see. I don't know why it makes me so happy when I see it. It cracks me up. Anyways.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yes, it's a thing because they don't seem to care that their husband looks like they have the same makeup on him. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's cute. Anyway, sorry. Went down a path there. You got squirrel.
Oh my God, y'all! That was new news to me. Today years old.
No, I've seen it a few times and it's really cool. I like it. But anyway, we went down the wrong path. What we're saying is going with that whole nostalgia thing that we were talking about, like the 80s and 90s. I mean, obviously, when I started dating,
post divorce or
early. Like I'm talking like young life, 90s. There was a short period of time there because I was originally married to my high school sweetheart, but there was a short period of time there where we weren't together and we were dating other people. It always tended to be organic. You'd meet through friends, you'd meet through family, you'd meet people that you would have been friends with prior, and all of a sudden, came up that you could start dating.
Yeah.
You might meet through hobbies, through things that you did. Work,
school,
college.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. And so I have feeling that the tendency to do that has decreased a bit. People are, it's coming back.
It's coming back.
It's definitely coming back.
Definitely coming back.
Yeah.
And it's not just for like later in life people. It's like all across the board, because I think people are realizing how unhealthy the apps can be in so many ways. Because also, like, when you're having and I've definitely been guilty of this and fallen into this trap when I was on the dating apps, was you build this superficially,
you're texting,
the superficial emotional connection, and like constant connection and things like that, and you feel like you've established a baseline of intimacy, like emotional intimacy, that's really not there. Because like me, I'm not great at like bullshitting somebody. Like, what you see is what you get. And if I'm investing in someone, I'm actually investing in someone, because I've got a fuck ton of other stuff to do that I would in my life, like most people do. But then there are people that are on there, whether it's male or female, that are engaging with multiple people just to get that dopamine hit and to get that
especially
experience.
If they're not happy in their current situation, but they don't want to get out of it. A lot of times just getting that additional attention can give them that excitement, that fuzzy feeling, that excitement that they're lacking in their current relationship.
Which that goes to communication.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's the fast food of dating.
Yes.
We were talking about earlier. It is the fast food of dating.
And of course, coming out of my divorce after being married for 27 years, that was what I stepped into, was the whole dating app thing for a few years there, for a couple of years. It's not great.
No,
it was not great at all. No.
Well, and then there's the whole factor of, like we were saying, safety earlier.
And then it would turn you into Sherlock Holmes. You'd be going in there going, okay, like, is this person real? Like, okay, can I find out a last name? Can I figure out where?
Do they have a rap sheet?
Do they have a rap sheet? Because both of her and I were talking about a few situations where we actually found
later on.
That there was some stuff in there, or you're kind of like going stalker level, because you're checking into them and then you're seeing other links on Google to maybe their social media page or something like that. And then you're getting curious, because you're like, okay, this is somebody I haven't even met. I don't know anything about them. Do I want to meet them in a place? Are people being careful about being secure on stuff? I know for a long time there was that whole tendency on the Tinder side of things to just hop into situations that could have been really dangerous.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I think people are backing off on that.
And I think people are wanting to go back to more so meeting in the bar scene, or there are a ton. I've seen like Instagram ads for here in Nashville, a lot of like single dating mixers, meetup groups,
big time,
things like that for singles, because everyone's like, fuck the apps, we're over it. It's stupid. It's annoying. Yeah. Also, we were talking about earlier, or in our first episode, like reducing subscriptions. Like, it used to be money. When I first moved here and was on Bumble, half the shit that you have to pay for now with Bumble was still free.
Yeah.
And now it's like, if you want to see X, Y, and Z, you want to see who actually liked you want to see whatever, you have to pay more for now. You have to pay a stupid freaking subscription. Yeah. And so it's like,
they got to keep running somehow. Because they're not, I don't think they're getting as much business as they were. I think a lot of people are soured to it.
Absolutely.
So, maybe you are going to have people having more of a tendency to meet people at work that they're going to want to date. And like you said, at school or through friends, or maybe through church if they go to church.
Yes.
Or those kinds of things, or be set up. I do also think there's less of a tendency for there to be instances of people stringing along multiple people if you're meeting in the live realm.
Yeah.
IRL. So like if you have friends or family that know this person, chances are they're not going to be pulling that kind of stuff.
No.
But
not to say that
they could also have Tinder profile and be pulling some side stuff. So
also,
I mean, we just have to keep in mind that this is something that's still going to be available for a while. And
absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
And we won't even go into the other side of it, where they're paying more money for certain things that kind of developed during the whole COVID thing.
that can be a topic for another conversation.
Yeah. I mean,
but it is.
I'm all for it. Make your money where you want to make your money. That's
absolutely,
cool.
absolutely. But is that also adding to the dopamine addiction?
It is.
And is that getting in the way of people's ability to connect on a truly and communicate and to connect on a deeper level? Mm-hmm. And that's something too, like as far as, and I feel like this is something that happens, can happen regardless. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter what time we're in, what era we're in, or anything like that. But as far as the lack of communication and where that communication has broken down, because too many people are afraid of having hard conversations or expressing their needs or knowing what it is that they're looking for in a partnership and before getting into it. Like,
I've even heard a lot of women say, oh, well, he should just know that.
No, the men don't know.
Yeah, and guys aren't going to know unless, I mean, you shouldn't assume that somebody's going to know exactly what's going on in your head.
No. Well, the other thing too, like women
really loved me and knew me.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, like, not saying men are dumb. I'm simply saying
they operate on a completely different communication
realm. Yeah. So it's like for us, we can pick up super subtle cues and the inferred things in someone's tone of voice or what they're saying, or they might say a specific phrase and you can read between the lines. With men, they typically don't do that. No.
We have different communication styles completely.
Absolutely.
Our brains work differently.
They do. And I think that's by design. But as far as like how we're supposed to help balance each other, but it's something that, again, there's already that potential disconnect. And then we're adding on top of that by having fast food connections.
Yeah.
And
if you have any frustration the first few dates.
Also that, which
which a lot of people would probably be like, oh, well, I'm attracted to them. We do get along great, but
there could be someone better.
That's the dopamine thing.
Yeah.
I could just start scrolling through and look for somebody that looks better or matches more what I think my type is or that kind of thing.
Yeah. Which it used to not be that way. It used to be you met someone in person, you kind of developed a connection, you kind of saw it through, and you were more likely to work through things.
Less ghosting too.
You
had to like go actually see them face to face and be like, oh, hey.
This is not working.
This is not working for me. Whereas now it's just they're like, block them on everything and hope I don't run into them at the grocery store type situation. So
there's that. It's just
because you do run into these people out and about. I'm not going to say anything, but no, you do run into these people sometimes out and about, and you're just like, I don't. There's nothing that needs to be discussed. All's good.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah. It makes it awkward.
Everything happens for a reason. But
absolutely. And I think to touch on that though, as far as like the walking away at the first sign of like discomfort or whatever, sometimes that is intuition. Knowing,
and that's when you really got to listen to it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's
I wish I would have walked away in a few situations.
Same.
After the first or second date.
Same. But
alarm bells were going off, but
no. Give it a shot. Let's see what can happen.
Yeah.
I think there is, though, again, like I have seen a lot more of a push towards, and people have talked about it on socials, and even just other women that I've talked to that are in the dating realm are just very frustrated and fed up and either choosing to not date anymore.
Yeah, that's a big one that you're hearing about.
Yeah.
I have many friends that are like, I'm just not doing it anymore. I just want to hang out with my dog and sit in my pajamas at night after work.
Yeah.
And get to decorate my house the way I want to decorate my house and do my own thing.
Yeah. Which I think there's a time and a place for, but then I also wonder, is that problematic?
It could be.
Yeah. Like down the line, as far as, because then we're no longer like as a whole human beings, we're not staying connected.
Yeah.
So it's like it can push you, like it goes from.
So if you do choose to do that, you've got to make sure you have a really good group of girls behind you, that you're staying involved in a lot of other stuff, that you get your social
connection
and connection through other means.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Because I think that goes from the dopamine addiction from the dating apps and that constant, or even from Instagram, from likes, or all of the things that you get from it. I think then can make one maybe a little bit anxious, but then you get so fed up, you get pushed all the way towards the avoidance side of things where you're like, I'm throwing in the towel.
Yeah, I think we've all had like a couple of interactions with folks and like really thought maybe I just shouldn't do this for a while.
Yeah. Oh, I've definitely taken breaks before.
Yeah. And I have to admit, I'm in a good long-term relationship right now, but I have thought before, if something were to go awry with this, I'm not sure that I want to ever deal with the dating apps again.
Oh yeah. I've come to the conclusion my husband is not on a dating app.
Yeah. I really do feel like it's going downhill.
Oh, it definitely is. And not to say you can't meet your person that way.
Yeah. Well, I met the person I met on a dating app.
And from the years that I worked in the jewelry industry, so many of my customers had met that way.
Yeah.
But it was before it becoming what it is now. Yeah, I feel like it has definitely shifted. And again, going back to like the social side, I think it's not just the dating apps. It's also the likes on Instagram, the DMs, the social media side of things.
They have Facebook dating too now.
They also
do. I've never tried that. I never did.
The goal of that though is to have that kind of like accountability of knowing mutual people and that safety factor. So that's why they did that. So you can be like, oh, do I know that I know this person?
You can check and see if you guys have like stuff in common.
Also,
yeah.
So that
friends in common.
So I feel like that does take care of some of those issues of like how many degrees of separation.
I've heard that's done it though said it's like really bad trash.
That's what I heard too.
So I mean,
you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, but things are definitely changing. I mean, at what point are we going to see people with AI boyfriends and girlfriends and don't deal with others at all? Don't communicate with anything.
That's already
that has created a mirror of themselves.
But that has already happened.
No, I know it's already happening. Yeah.
And even like with
what happens when there's robots.
That's already available. You can
doing that, yeah.
They started doing that shit in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Real Sex on HBO?
Yeah, I mean I know they've been trying I did watch that.
Some weird shit for decades. But
we're not shaming anybody.
You do you, babe.
You do you.
This is a kink shame free zone.
Yes.
I think that's the right verbiage.
Yes. Just make sure you're really clear with everybody involved about what they're going into.
Yeah. Yeah. But like, yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
And I think, they already have like AI girlfriend options and things. This is where technology gets to be too much.
Things are changing, you guys. And so maybe for all of us to keep our sanity and to actually have good interactions with people, we do need to go back to the 80s and 90s a bit from that perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, if you want to go have a one night stand, you probably still go to a bar
and meet someone.
Meet somebody, go have a one night stand and call it cool. But then again, there's danger involved with that too, especially here in Nashville.
Definitely here in Nashville.
God, all of the stuff that they're talking about right now with people getting roofied and it's not being talked about. They don't have tests for it at the hospital or anything like that. Yeah, it's secondary testing. You have to pay for it.
So I know that there's like nail polish that was created by some college students.
There's certain tests, and like straws and that kind of stuff too that you can do.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, a lot of that stuff happens with people that they know or they've already been introduced to, and that kind of thing. But yeah, I don't even know why I went that direction because
it was brought up.
It's been brought up, but yeah. Safety is a big deal.
A big problem with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think if we were to go back and like even like early 2000s or mid 2000s, whatever, or even when I was still in like college, it was a slower pace.
Yes.
There was that you would become friends with somebody or like meet someone through friends, like we've talked about. Go on dates or go do something fun together or just take your time a little bit more. And I think we just got so sucked into the fast pace of everything in life.
Everything's consumerism driven now.
Yes, including sex and relationships.
Yeah, we were talking about the entertainment being so attainable quickly, all the food being so attainable quickly. All of the products and stuff that they do direct us towards purchasing constantly, and we don't even realize it. Like I was saying, all this stuff I bought. I could have bought a house probably straight with no mortgage, just for all the stuff that's been purchased over the years, you know, because you think it's going to help you. But as far as from a relationship perspective, it can cause quite intense feelings so quickly. Mm-hmm. And then they peter out just as quickly.
Yeah, it's the burn hot and quick. Yeah, versus a slow burn.
Yes.
And like giving things time to breathe. Mm-hmm. Which I think, like, I've definitely been guilty of, like, enjoying that rush. Mm-hmm. When I was on the dating apps and like that excitement and stuff.
Well, that, and you get to create your own version of who you are on that profile. Mm-hmm. And they create this version of who they are. And then there's this banter back and forth, and mm-hmm. you're seeing all these possibilities for what you think this person is or what they could be moving forward. And then
versus what they actually are.
And what you actually are.
Yeah.
Because you're basically selling yourself as a product, not in a prostitution kind of way.
No, but
you're selling yourself as a product. Yeah. So, you know,
and they are the consumer.
That's a lot
and vice
different.
versa.
That's a lot different from what actually happens when you're meeting people organically.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Interesting idea there. And I think a lot of the same way too with friends.
Yeah.
It has changed the way that people meet and become friends.
Mm-hmm. Well, because there's Bumble BFF. Mm-hmm. So there's that. And then, I mean, I'm sure there's other apps and things like that that are available that way.
It's very easy to contact people now mm-hmm. through those kinds of things. So yeah, you make friends on the internet and that kind of stuff. I have some friends that I've never met in person that I've probably been talking to on the internet for 20 years.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh God, maybe longer.
It's been a hot minute.
I'm old. Yeah, but yeah, just folks that you met non-organically that mm-hmm. are still great friends and everything like that. But yeah,
I think it changes
the dynamic.
It changes the dynamic big time. Mm-hmm. Big time. Yeah, I think if we were to slow it down and kind of go
out on regular dates, make things easy.
Yeah.
Again.
Yes.
Like not everybody's trying to meet these really high expectations or use a lot of therapeutic talk right out of the gate.
Yeah. And
understand whether or not you have any emotional or communicational compatibility before you even go any further.
So there's that. Communication is the biggest.
You need to tell somebody your love language if you really just like don't like the person when you sit down at a table with them. You don't like the way they just talk to the waitress.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we need to go any further than that?
Yeah.
Probably not.
No, because that's who they're going to be. Yeah, that's who they are. And I think with that too, before even going on dates or before, you know, doing any of that, mm-hmm. actually really looking at yourself and looking at what it is that you're looking for in partnership. I think women tend to be better at this, but also may not be looking for the right things. Like, yes, we do carry the burden if we're wanting to have children, mm-hmm. that we do need a partner who could provide during the time that we're not able mm-hmm. to be doing things because we have just given birth and we are now on mat leave or whatever. Yeah. Or if your work even gives you mat leave. Or whatever decisions partners are making post-birth.
But don't you think on a lot of the apps, some of the things that people are saying they're wanting aren't really what they want? That there's misleading stuff going on
there? Definitely can be. Yeah. There definitely can be. But I think I want to give the benefit of the doubt that most people are trying to put their best foot forward mm-hmm. and be transparent enough or as much as they can be without being like, here's me.
Yeah.
But I think there is an unrealistic, I don't know if it's unrealistic. That's hard for me to say, but
I've heard a lot about it because you're getting a lot of these comments, especially from on the Instagram influencer side where it's like 666.
Oh,
6 foot, 6 figures, either 6 inches or 6-pack.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. Okay. So that's the new guideline for everybody. And you know what, y'all, you're going to miss out on a lot of really good people that aren't going to meet those guidelines.
Yeah. So I think
the fact of the matter is that you're creating a pool that is really, really tiny and probably also being taken up by other people already.
Also that.
Especially as we get older.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have a six-pack.
I don't.
So for me to expect that I'm going to find some dude that looks like Henry Cavill and has a six-pack.
Yeah.
Chances are no. But do I want to find somebody that's kind, good looking in their own way?
Yeah.
Enjoys the same things that I do, etc. Yeah. So I do think that we need to kind of twist how all of this has been like, oh, I'm going to get all of these really optimal things and not maybe expose myself to some people that are being misleading.
Yes. Well, and then the other side of it too is a person can just like a lot of things. You can look really, really, really great on the outside and be rotten to the core on the inside.
Yeah.
And that's something like for me personally, my focus when I was like healing in my healing journey or whatever, I first and foremost was trying to heal and fix more or less the internal state, like the emotional and mental side of things, and learn how to be a better communicator in relationship and learn how like all of my bullshit that I needed to work through and deal with so I wasn't going to be taking that into relationship. And then I went to the health side of things and now I'm focused on my fitness journey of like really getting my body to where I want it to be. So it's, to me, it was the opposite of what a lot of people think. Oh, I got to look good on the outside.
Don't you think it's healthiest to start a relationship when you've already worked through all your own shit?
Absolutely.
And don't get me wrong, not all of it. I mean, you're always going to have issues forever and ever. Amen. Don't get me wrong.
And some things you can't work through until you are in partnership.
Yes.
And I've learned that.
Because I did have a short-term partnership for about a year that really brought it out in me some things that I needed to not accept from other people.
Yeah.
Behaviors, treatment, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And something that if you haven't experienced it prior, you just don't get that. It totally hits you from left field. So, yeah, big time.
But I think you're right as far as like, sure, are there certain things that we do need to be aware of, like, especially as a woman who is still wanting to have children and things like that, making sure that a partner is a good provider.
God, I'm done with that, you guys.
And I'm not going to deal with it.
Yeah.
But like a good provider, but like more so like now where I'm at, I can provide for myself. Do I want someone who would still want to be generous with me in other ways? I'm not saying like I need him to pay for my like house and all that kind of stuff.
The cost of living,
but sharing the cost of living and like being generous with his time and like, I don't know, flowers or little things like that. But
we got to do it too.
But we also have to do it too. So there's that. But I think more so thinking about like, is this person going to try and diminish who I am and make me feel smaller? Or
I do think there is an increase societally in narcissism.
Which
I'm not going to blanket diagnose a lot of people with narcissistic personality disorder.
No, because
I'm not their provider and I don't, you know, I don't assess. You got to be really careful who you say has narcissistic personality disorder. But I do believe from an overall cultural standpoint, you're seeing a lot more of it. The love bombing, the devaluing.
But I think
that kind of stuff.
I think that's brought on by the tech.
Oh yeah, totally.
And I think
that's what's made it much
between
worse.
The apps, like the dating apps and the social media apps.
What is better to a narcissist than to be able to be looking for other options at the same time that they're perhaps getting supply from somebody else or setting up their next source of supply. Yeah. So I do think, of course, that is exacerbated.
Yeah. But even still, like a little bit of that.
They'll find them anywhere. It doesn't have to be on the app.
True. But like that tinge of narcissism that happens from posting a picture of yourself on a social media.
Oh my God, I'm guilty of that.
And then
everybody has some level of narcissism, you guys. So
yeah.
Don't think that's, you know, us sitting here saying we're perfect by any means, because everybody has some level of narcissism, more so at different parts of their life.
Yeah.
But all of us have been guilty of going, ooh, that picture turned out really good.
Yeah.
I want to post that and I'm going to get those dopamine hits when people like it or tell me that I look good.
Yeah. Which
we're all going to do it.
Which compliments are healthy. So like there's that balance.
In the same way, we could be looking at comments on YouTube at some point where they say you look like a hag, and I'm going to be like,
cool,
thanks. Thanks for interacting with our page.
Yeah,
Thanks for interacting with the algorithm. So, you know.
Yeah, but I think that with all of that, I think we've just lost sight of the core values that we used to look at, maybe more so.
Being kind to each other.
Yeah, in previous times where it was like,
maybe I'm looking back with rose-colored glasses, but I don't think so.
I don't think so, because it was different. I remember like being in high school and being on the phone with a boyfriend or a guy friend that like things ended up being like, oh, we actually like each other, for hours.
Yes.
For hours, and just talking and getting to know each other and enjoying each other's company.
Or you had your breakup and you were done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you'd get a phone call or they'd come by your house.
Yeah. Oh my God. And you would have the breakup.
And you would have like a major breakup. And what's so funny is like, you know, there are a couple of different guys that I dated when I was in my teen years. And then I'm still friendly with a couple of them. Because they're cool guys. Like there wasn't this huge buildup of resentment and thinking that that person was just a freaking monster because they ghosted you.
Yeah.
Or because they cut communication or they never explained what had exactly gone wrong.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, I do wish it was back to those days where people could just break up.
And move along.
And be okay with each other.
Yeah.
Not that they want to hang out.
No, but
or like be besties.
No, but there wasn't as much animosity as I think that like the ghosting and things that happened.
I'm sure they still had issues with stalkers and all that kind of stuff. God knows. I think my generation, Gen X, invented that.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't either.
Probably because all the movies we saw like led us down that path.
Oh.
Unhealthy relationships.
Oh yeah.
Like just look at most of the John Hughes movies during that time. Pretty in Pink comes to mind. There's just a lot of relationship type movies where it was really unhealthy. You know what I mean?
Which I guess that has just been continued generational.
And it's just well, no, because I mean, like your millennial generation, you guys had a lot of weird stuff too.
Oh my God, Jersey Shore, Sammy and what's his name? Like so
I never watched Jersey Shore. I gotta tell
so violent on the television in real time. And we watched Jerry Springer.
Oh God, I just watched the Jerry Springer documentary on Netflix, you guys. I want to say it was Netflix. It was really interesting. It was really, really interesting. You gotta watch that.
The shit we saw that people would make people catatonic now. Like everyone
be like,
everyone's up in arms. Triggered. Yeah, everyone's up in arms about the stuff with the girl from the Utah housewife thing.
Oh yeah.
And she's now like the Bachelorette.
See, and that's what I was talking about earlier, is back in the day we didn't know all this crap about anybody. Like you might see things about people in the entertainment industry in tabloids.
Yeah.
Which pretty much most of us avoided. We weren't looking at the Inquirer or that kind of stuff. But I will say, every time that my girlfriends and I would drive to Vegas, we would stop at a liquor store and grab the Inquirer, and I want to say it was like the Globe or something. I can't remember what they all were.
I think the Globe was
the UK one. And we would read them out loud on the way to Vegas.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
You know, Bat Baby and all those fun like UFO stuff. Yeah. And then it would have like gossip about relationships and that kind of stuff. But it wasn't like we were hyper focused on what's going on with this celebrity. And I even do it. Like I'll say something, my boyfriend will bring up something about some actor, and I'm like, I don't know if I like that guy. He's kind of a jerk.
Because we've learned too much. Because you hear about things. Yeah.
Does that have any purchase in our life? Like, really, does it have anything to do with us living day to day? No. We need to be learning how to can and quilt. And take care of our kids and our grandkids and do good at our jobs, and hopefully somehow get out of this economic hole that is developing and get back to liking each other and talking to each other and that kind of stuff. We definitely do not need to be worried about like what Timothy Chalamet is doing privately, or what the Kardashians are up to, or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, but we are. And I do think part of that's dying down. You guys just watch what's going to happen to the entertainment industry. With AI.
It's already, I'm so over it.
Well, no, but with AI, it's going to destroy that whole industry.
Oh.
Because people are going to be able to make up their own stories and their own, yeah.
I'm never going to be an AI girly.
I know, but
I'm going to just, again.
Resistance is futile. We must assimilate.
A Taurus that has an Android. I'm about as stubborn as they come.
Yeah, I know.
And I will.
I'm just being realistic.
I know I'm gonna have to assimilate to a certain extent, but
yeah. And then in the same vein, I'm saying, hey, everybody, cut back.
Yeah.
But hey, everybody, cut back, because it will. When I went that full month with absolutely no social media,
yeah,
I was a different person. So why I returned and put the apps back on my phone, I will never quite be sure. But it's because you do feel like you're missing out on stuff.
Yeah.
You do feel like you're missing out on what friends are doing, what family's doing.
It does.
What's going on from a perspective of like, oh, what concerts do I want to go to? What community things do I want to be involved in?
Mm-hmm. Well, because it does keep us connected from that stuff. That's what it's meant to do.
That's how I'm connected to
that is what it's meant to do.
I have a lot of girlfriends that I only see a couple times a year, but we know all about each other's business because of social media.
Which same with my girls in Cali.
Especially with my friends that are out of state.
Yeah.
But even friends here, because we all get busy, life gets busy.
Yeah. So it is a nice way, but it does also, you sometimes lose that connection.
Mm-hmm.
And just like with the dating apps and all of that, like you lose that more tangible, important, like deeper, more intimate connection.
Yeah. I have homework for you guys, because we're probably going to be wrapping this up here in a second, but I have homework for you guys, because this is something that I did like 2 weeks ago. I was just sitting there and I realized, there's a few people that I need to individually reach out to via text.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That I just have lost touch with, or just like nothing bad necessarily happened.
Just life
got busy and I was not talking to them, or there was a misunderstanding and there was never any clarification of that misunderstanding. And so I just want to let them know that I'm thinking of them and hey, can we talk about this, or that kind of thing. And I made that my little job for the week, and I got to see a couple of girlfriends that I have not seen in a long, long time. So just a thought there. I know that doesn't have anything to do with relationships.
No, it does. It's still
under
the relationship umbrella.
But yeah, just don't be afraid to reach out to people within reason. Don't reach out to exes ever. Like, don't make it so that your phone doesn't even have that possibility. But reach out to people, try to see people, to actually touch them, just look eye to eye at them.
Yeah.
And like I said, like we were saying earlier, dial it back.
Yeah. Yeah. Go back to the old ways.
A little bit, at least.
A little bit. Yeah. And I think too, like for anyone who is in the dating sphere, again, I think it's really important, male or female, and I think maybe this is more important for the men if they're listening. Really get clear on what it is that you are looking for in partnership. And it doesn't matter who you're dating. It doesn't, whether you're,
are you just here for fun?
Yeah. Heterosexual, homosexual, whatever. Yeah. Like, but figuring out like what the qualities are that you're looking for in partnership, like truly, because with the dating apps, I feel like they have this whole thing of like, it's the excitement, it's the newness. We're going to go do this. We're going to go to this thing. We're going to go to that thing. We're going to have the fun. But it's like, that's not real life. Real life is going to fucking Costco and getting angry because people have zero spatial awareness and love to just stand in the middle of a fucking aisle.
I was just there yesterday.
Oh my God. I'm like, I have a list and I have a time frame, and we are not going to go outside of this. And I will stare people down as they're coming at me because I've got shit to do. Get out of my way. So I'm aggressive.
Can you handle that? Can you handle putting away the groceries?
Yeah. Like, can we navigate Nashville fucking rush hour traffic together? Mm-hmm. Can we make fun of it? Can we find the joy in the simple moments? Can you sit with someone in silence?
Yes.
Do you actually like the person for who they are? Like, I think that there's so much of like, and this is where
the profile they've created.
No, not the profile they've created. Or I think sometimes when there's heavy romance from the jump, that you get so focused on that aspect of it, but you forget that you have to also like that person.
Yeah.
You have to actually like who they are. Like, would I be friends with this person? Because when it comes to relationships, if you wouldn't be friends with someone, you're not going to continue to pick that person when shit hits the fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's why with dating apps, it's so quick and easy to swipe to the next
There's more
person.
sexual attention than anything.
Yeah. And it's so easy to ghost somebody because it's like, oh no, I liked this person because of A, how they made me feel,
Mm-hmm.
B, what I could get out of them, and C,
and it goes both directions.
1000%.
Yeah.
You get the excitement out of it versus, is this actually a quality person that I would still want to choose
mm-hmm.
over and over and over again because they're what I'm looking for, or
mm-hmm.
they have great qualities as a human being.
Yeah.
And that's where it's like, I know, like with some of my girlfriends, like just in personal friendships, like my best girlfriends who are like sisters to me,
mm-hmm.
we've had big fights. Every single one of them, we've
mm-hmm.
had a big fight.
That's normal.
Yeah. And it deepened our relationship
mm-hmm.
because it's like, I'm going to choose this person over the fight every single time.
Disagreements and fights. Yeah.
Totally.
And you don't see that with the dating app stuff. It's like, if you have a disagreement or something, it's like on to the next one.
Yeah. Because you haven't taken the time to develop that, or you didn't think about that from the jump. Because it was just like, oh, this person's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this person plays pickleball and I play pickleball. I don't fucking know. Whatever it is that you're excited about. You know what I mean?
I haven't played pickleball yet.
I'll have
to start that soon.
I hate ping pong. So
I love ping pong. So I think I should get into some pickleball.
It's like if ping pong.
More news at 9.
Right.
We won't be getting any film of that.
No, but it's like if pickleball and tennis had a love child. Tennis I can do. Or not if ping pong and tennis had a love child. Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. No, but it's like those things where you think about the surface level of stuff versus,
mm-hmm.
and I think we've lost sight of that. And that's something that we need to get back to.
You really do have to have a lot of your morals
mm-hmm.
and your goals
mm-hmm.
in common.
Yes. Morals, goals, core values,
mm-hmm.
Beliefs,
mm-hmm.
whatever that encompasses, whether it's like
it could be religious, it could be
political, whatever it is. Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. You can be with somebody that has different beliefs than you, but there's got to be some respectful understanding of
mm-hmm.
their differences and opinions.
Absolutely. Yeah. And some people are okay with having those differences and some people are not okay with having those differences. Yeah. And you have to figure out where you stand in that.
Exactly.
And again, for those who like want kids versus don't want kids, or they're on the fence versus not on the fence, and you know, all of those things that I think people were just so much more mindful about.
Yeah. You got to be careful not ever thinking that you're going to change somebody's mind.
You are we all know how hard it is to change ourselves. Imagine trying to change another person.
Yep.
It's
we've all been guilty
futile.
of trying.
Yeah.
That's why we've learned this lesson.
That's why we've learned
this lesson. You can see potential in anybody, male or female, and be like, if I just love them a bit more, if I just show them a bit more support.
Yeah.
If I just do this for them or do that for them, things are going to go great. They're going to feel so much better about themselves. They're going to act so much differently, blah, blah. Now, that's just codependency. Run.
Yes.
Just realize that, yes, you can put work into making somebody's life better and it will definitely improve their life.
Yeah.
But if there is something that fundamentally you want to change in that person, and it is part of their core personality, it is not going to change.
Yeah. Now, I will say, Chris Williams talked about this on his podcast, mm-hmm. and he talked about, and it was brought up by someone else, but the Michelangelo theory.
Interesting.
Where so not to counteract what you were saying, because yes, absolutely.
We can be devil's advocate.
But from a healthy standpoint, the Michelangelo theory is that when you're in partnership, and this mm-hmm. goes even with friends,
yeah.
This goes with any sort of relationship or whatever. You see the person and they're like the slab of no, they're the slab of marble.
Oh, so you feel like you can form them.
Not can, but it's you see the potential in who they could be,
mm-hmm.
and your goal, especially in partnership, would be to help that person. And I'm probably saying this differently than how he said it, but it's to help that person achieve that.
Provide support
so that they can do that, because you can see, but it's like parents do that with their children.
Yeah.
In a healthy way, usually. And the
relationship that I am in right now.
Yes.
Very much so. Providing support, because I'm going back to school again.
Yeah.
But
that's
the 50s. What the hell am I thinking?
Why the fuck not?
But like for the things that I want to do, having somebody as like that cheerleader on the side, but also saying, hey, what can I do to help with this?
Yes.
There's some things that I need to maybe pick up and take more of the slack on.
Yes.
So that you can get these things accomplished because it's something you really want to do.
Yeah.
So it's nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
But you really want to do this. So how much can I be supportive to you about this?
Yeah. So I think that's
important.
That's the Michelangelo effect is the difference between wanting to support someone to help them become the best version of themselves versus changing someone. These are two totally different things that could be misconstrued.
Yes.
But I do think that in a healthy partnership, you can see the areas
you can provide some support and steering.
Yes, and you could, and you're ideally you would be the mirror to that person of like, these are the areas that I'm seeing where you're not fully being your fullest self that I would imagine you want to be.
Yeah,
and offering that insight and then helping to fuel them fully becoming who they truly are.
Yeah,
and it goes both ways, whatever that looks like.
Think they should be,
yes,
or to fit perfectly what your idea of what you think they should be is.
1000%.
Yeah,
1000%. So yeah,
or whatever that particular what do you want to call it, image was that you saw at the beginning. Yeah. Potential.
Yeah,
because you don't really know the person yet. You can't be thinking up what their potential future looks like.
Yeah, potential is a thief. Anyway,
so, on that upward note,
potential is a thief. No, okay. So again, another way for people to, whether you're partnered or not partnered right now, think about ways that you can bring it back and maybe connect deeper in relationships, or go for more of that like 90s, 2000s, 80s vibe of dating and relationship, and maybe sit and have deeper conversations with your partner, or
focus on yourself a whole lot.
On yourself.
And the other stuff will come into play.
Yes, absolutely.
That's really been my experience the last few years.
Yeah.
Worry about yourself. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Focus on what you want to get done.
Yeah.
Create your own home and your friends and your own flora around you, and then things will hopefully happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And be
with time,
and be mindful of what it is that you're looking for within partnership.
Exactly.
And not just go for the dopamine hit and the quick swipe and the fast food that is connection nowadays.
So. And remember, we're not giving you advice because we don't know what the hell we're doing.
We're also figuring it out. That's why
we're figuring it out as we go. So next time that we do talk to you guys, I don't know if we'll still decide that we're still on this whole nostalgia for other times bent. We'll think about it. Possibly it could happen. But we still have a lot of other things that we want to talk to you guys about from a spirituality standpoint.
Yes.
I mean, I was seeing a bunch of things today regarding the whole Easter thing.
Oh, yes. Same.
And all that kind of stuff. That I would just love to get on here and talk about. And then, of course, all the conspiracy theory stuff. We were seeing stuff today about alien ships being shot down and stuff. And I'm like, what are they trying to distract us with now?
I just can't.
I can't. There's so many things that we need to discuss, and you're going to get random stuff. You might get things serially, kind of like what we did today as far as continuing the discussion.
Yes.
But we really, really, please, for the love of God, I told you guys before, please give us suggestions as to what you want to talk about, and throw in some of your own stories in the comments.
Yeah, we would love to know.
Tell us what you want to talk about, because we'll go off on a tangent and talk about those.
Absolutely. So yeah, let us know what you're doing in either dating, partnership, relationship that is kind of helping you get a little bit back to the nostalgic, more slow connection way of relating with
and
people.
What your opinions are on the modern dating scene.
Yes, please.
I'm sure we're going to hear all sorts of stuff.
Yes. All right, y'all. Until next time.
We'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.